Lee, champions of Sussex, what does that mean?
I think it's just great that the fact that the club's not been in the competition for a few years now, to come back in and win it, it's a great feeling. It's nice to carry on that tradition that the club had of winning it in the past.
Do you think you could have made it a bit more easier tonight?
I think so. I think we were the stronger side throughout. We created more chances. Loz wasn't ever really troubled in goal. They put us under a little bit of pressure at the end, which is to be expected when the game opened up a little bit. They were trying to obviously get back in. But 1-0 wasn't a reflection of the game, I don't think, and it certainly kept us on our toes on the bench because we would have preferred it to be a bit more comfortable, and I think it should have been.
Of course, you had the best start ever. 2 minutes in, Molly Clark steps up, and we know she always has it in her locker, and she's done it again. An absolute stunning goal, but what a start.
Yeah, perfect start really. Like you say, Molly's got that in her locker. Some people who haven't ever seen us play before might look at that and go, it's a fluke, but we've seen her do it time in, time out. She's just, technically it was a superb execution of it, just to ding the keeper from 40 yards.
So do you think tonight the game plan was executed well from the players, especially with the inclusion of rolling subs? Yeah,
I think so. We did a lot of work both last week and this week on the training ground, and there's certain things that we've done all throughout the season that we put into practice tonight as well. We had a plan to press a certain way because we knew how they wanted to play out, which obviously leaning on my experience from when I was at Brighton as well, we know what they were going to do, so I think the girls executed that really well.
And some people may look at this result and go, you've only beaten a development side, but people have to remember they are a Super League development side. So did you expect them to be better than what, say, others might think?
Yeah, I think they're better than a lot of sides that we've faced in the league this season, and although they're young, there's a lot of good players there. I know a lot of them because I coached them last season when they were in Brighton's under-16s, and they're young but they're very talented. There's a number of players in there who are in the England youth setup. There's a handful in there that have had first team minutes this year in Continental Cup and the Super League, so although they're young on the development side, it was a sterner test than we'll get from a lot of sides in our league at times. And I don't think anyone should have pinned us as favourites going into this. Experience counts for a lot, but you could see out there tonight, technically they're a very good team. Fitness-wise, I know for a fact they're in the gym most nights at the training ground as well. So they didn't stop; they went for the full 90 minutes. And I thought it was a really good game. It was a really good test for us.
And a good defensive display from Chai as well, where, as we said, Lauren Dolbear was very rarely challenged. Tammy and Tiff were superb in the centre-back positions. Gracie White also came on in that second half, coming back from injury recently. Could you have asked more from them?
Yeah, and also Laura Ingram coming in at left-back in the second half, Shana coming on as well. I thought everyone defensively did their job superbly tonight. They knew when to step in front of attackers and win the ball. They knew when to just hold people up. And I think that carried on from the Watford game on Sunday, because Watford, we didn't allow them a single shot on target on Sunday, and tonight, I don't think Loz was really troubled. So it's really pleasing that the last couple of games we've just looked so solid as a defensive unit. Even up at Hove, I know they scored 2 against us, but for the most of the duration of the game, we were really organised, and people putting their bodies on the line when they needed to, emergency defending when they needed to, and it's just back to front a really pleasing performance today.
And just sum up how much it means for the club to win the Sussex County Challenge Cup.
Oh yeah, it's massive. Like I say, the club's won it in the past, hasn't been in the competition recently, and then to come back in and do that, obviously we didn't have it handed to us on a plate either with our run to the final. Beating Crawley in the semi was huge for us, given that they're flying this season. And then to take on a side of players who, like you say, they're part of a Super League club. They're there for a reason, so I'd say we've earned it. And it's great for people like myself, but especially for people that have been at the club for a number of years, like Matt Wright and Chesh. Obviously, going up to pick up the trophy with Betty was great to see.